Hey, yo, what's up, though? We got another video. Do you believe she's 14? By Ray Johnson. Let's get into it.
So this woman keeps getting arrested
Why do I have headphones on? I'm trolling. I forgot my speakers were on loud.
because she keeps pretending to be a teenager. So the woman's name is Samantha. And Samantha's about 22 years old when this story starts, living in Australia. And Samantha, she's an odd person. More than anything else in the world, she loves to lie. I mean, she's always bullshitting people. Like, she'll lie and tell people she meets that she's the actress Dakota Johnson, or that she's Lindsay Lohan. And I guess people believe her? I don't know. But one day in 2010, she decides to tell her biggest lie yet.
She just loves lying.
She pretends to be a 14-year-old girl, and she tries to enroll in 2 different high schools. And pretty quickly, she's caught, and she has to pay a fine for trying to use fraudulent documents. But that doesn't bother Samantha.
She's enrolled in
her
2?
plan to pretend to
what
be
about
a
the
teen.
other guy that wanted to be in high school? Did he get, like, his situation was crazy, but, like, was he in 2 at the same time? But there was a long time ago. This had to be recent, right? This is probably recent.
Nearly worked. So she tries again. About a year later, she goes to Perth, and she befriends a local family, and she tells them that she's a Russian gymnast and an orphan whose family had been killed. And she almost talks this poor family into adopting her.
Lying,
so she does this stuff a lot. And by 2013, her lies get even bolder. That year, she flees Australia and goes all the way to Dublin, Ireland.
What?
And there, she goes to the Dublin General Post Office, and she starts hanging out outside the building. And people come across her, and she's acting all distressed, and she refuses to speak to anyone. So, of course, someone calls the police.
Why does she not just pick up an acting career at this point, bro? This is doing the most. Like, what are you doing flying to Dublin and acting like that? After claiming to be an orphan. Where are her actual parents?
And police take her to the hospital. But Samantha still isn't saying a word.
I imagine her actual parents are probably like, if they're still alive, they're probably still in her life, right?
She's pretending she doesn't speak English. However, she does use hand signals to indicate that she's 14 years old. So police and staff assume that she was a victim of trafficking. So she stays in the hospital while police try and figure out who she is and where she's from.
We got people wasting police time on bullshit. People could actually be solving real crimes. What are y'all doing? Go get a hobby, bro. If this is your hobby, go take up acting, bro. If lying is your hobby, go take up acting or something, bro. Do a magic trick or something, bro. Anything but this.
Weeks go by, and Samantha...
Shoot, honestly, at this point, just do like some kind of fake social media persona at some point. Do like the, what's it called, streaming? Oh, well, I guess that wasn't out yet, actually. Never mind. I was gonna say like the, thank you for the star. Thank you for the galaxy. Yum, little that one of those things, but that wasn't out yet. She could have pioneered that.
She's still chilling in that hospital. She hasn't said a word to anyone. But then police communicate with Interpol, and Interpol figures out exactly who she is.
Why does Interpol look like a school janitor? Or not a school janitor, a gym teacher.
Not a 14-year-old girl, but a 24-year-old woman from Australia. But now the Dublin police, they kind of don't know what to do. Because while she has wasted a tremendous amount of their time, she never actually told them that she was a teenager or that she needed help. They kind of just assumed that because of her general state of distress. So she didn't technically make a false police report. She did, however, lie about her age, but lying about your age isn't exactly a crime. So they don't know what to do with her. So eventually, they just say, F it, and they put her on a plane and they send her ass back to Australia. And there, she continues to bullshit people. But then, in 2014, she leaves Australia again, and she travels all the way over to Calgary in Canada. And there, she goes to a local healthcare center, and she tells...
This is like that, but there's honestly like, look, like there's if you're just a compulsive liar, there's a way for you to spin that. If you honestly, you could try to stop, right? But in the event that you don't even try and you don't want to, there's ways you can spin that to like actually do some good stuff or something productive or something meaningful, right? But this is just like reckless lying. We're just doing it for shits and giggles. Like, haha, I'm living this fake life. Haha, I'm living this fake life. Like, what? For what, bro? Why? Why are we doing this?
The staff that she is 14 years old and
What's
that
with the
she had been
14 stuff and the
kidnapped and that she was the victim of SA. And of course,
What?
the staff believes her
Just
because they have
talking.
no reason not to.
Believe
So they alert the
victims.
police, and police start investigating this extensively. While Samantha,
All this
I guess,
wasted police resources, bro. This could be going to real stuff. This is pissing me off now. She just chilling, watching Jersey Shore.
gets to live in the healthcare center for free. And weeks go by,
Whoa.
and Calgary police
Whoa, wait, is she homeless or something? She doesn't have a job. She just running around lying. Is this what Usopp would be doing if like he wasn't on the crew and he wasn't on his island? Is this what Usopp would be doing? Just walking around, just getting himself into lies, and then the jig is up. Da da da. Go to a new place. What is this, bro?
take Samantha's fingerprints and they submit them into an international
What's her name? Azopardi?
database. And boom, they get a match. A
I'm so proud of
match
you.
in
That
Dublin,
sounds
Ireland.
Italian.
So then the Irish police let them know that the person they have in their custody is not a 14-year-old girl, but rather a
grown woman.
26-year-old woman,
It's a
a
here
con
grown
artist.
woman.
And so Calgary police charge her with public mischief, and bam, she spends 2 months in jail before they deport her back to.
Wait a minute. Public mischief? That's a charge? That seems highly weird. Public mischief? Now she's a criminal? I mean, I don't think she deserves to be in jail for it, but like... Okay.
Australia.
What's going on?
But Samantha, she's not gonna let a little jail time stop her. No, no, no.
Just like the
She
other
loves
dude, right? Like if he wasn't stealing that stuff, that was the difference for me, right? He was actively like stealing from people and like hindering their stuff, right? But other than that, he was just going around capping. But no, this guy was actually taking stuff, the other stuff. He was stealing from the people that were helping him. But this girl, I guess in a way you could kind of say that she's stealing too, because she's like using the resources for free by lying, but that's not technically stealing. But I still I don't know if she deserves jail time for that.
lying
it
to
was
people
stupid,
way
yeah,
too
but-
much. So in 2016, she goes to Sydney and she pretends to be a 13-year-old girl wandering the streets.
How are people still going?
And
for
a nice
this, though?
couple finds
How
her
young
and-
does she look? What is her name? Oh, we gotta look her up. Atzo Party, that was her name, right? Are they gonna show? If he doesn't show, let's see. Atzo Party, right? People are really going for this. How'd she even claim younger this time? What, bruh? People are going for that? She doesn't look 13 at all. She doesn't look 13 at all. Maybe. No, because here she looks older too. Look at the bags on her eyes. You really think a 13-year-old looking like that, bro? She's tired. She is stressed out. What? No, she doesn't look 13. Who's going for that, bro? You say she's a 13? Oh, this is an actor. This is an actress. Emma Krieg. What are they playing her in? Is this a thing? Hold on. They said this is an actor, Emma Krieg, playing Samantha Azzopardi in Con Girl. That's a name? That's a movie or something? Let's look that up. Con Girl movie. Is that it? Oh, it's a TV miniseries. Okay. So it's a little documentary. Huh. Cool. Well, that was a cool little tangent, I guess. Interesting. But maybe we'll watch that later because it's pretty funny. This is so silly, bro. Like, I love stuff like this where it's like we can laugh about it and it's just like, nobody's like getting clapped for real. Uh, the heavier stuff is a little bit, it can get a little bit taxing sometimes, I feel like, but this is cool. Like stuff like that. But let's get back to the video.
And she tells them some nonsense story that the US government has her under the Witness Protection Program and that she's a victim of trafficking and SA.
What is this,
and this couple believes her and takes her in as a foster child, and they
Anything
enroll
but
her
working.
in a
Anything
local
but getting a
secondary
job.
school. So Samantha, this 28-year-old woman, is going to secondary school somehow, pretending to be 13 years old.
28,
And she's also like
pretending
pretending to be illiterate. So the school
my
staff
gosh.
spends tons of extra time with her trying to teach her to read when she can
What if
totally
they all
fully
know?
read.
What if they all know, but they're just going along with it? They're just like, all right.
I'm not even sure what she's getting out of all this at this point. Anyway,
Doesn't seem like she has a future or anything, bro. It doesn't seem like she has any relationships. Does she have family? We don't know. We haven't seen her family in years. Like, it's been 6 years. She hasn't even mentioned her family, friends, nothing. Doesn't even really seem like she has a community for real or like any sort of like stake in life. I think she's just like drifting and she's like doing whatever to avoid being homeless. I don't know. It doesn't look like she could hold down a job right now, even if she wanted to.
keeps this scam going for a few months until 2017, when she has to go and see a doctor about something. And later, that doctor calls the school and he's like, I just gave this girl a medical exam and
She's a grown
she
woman.
is not 13 years old. And so the school calls the police and bam, Samantha gets arrested. And
Yeah.
she pleads guilty and she's sentenced to 12 months in
The
prison.
doctor, the first person to know that is crazy. What kind of doctor was it? It wasn't an OBGYN, right? It wasn't a gynecologist, right? What kind of doctor was it? And why is the doctor the first person to call her out? That's crazy.
Later, she gets out. And in
No ID
2019,
checks, no
she
nothing.
is
She
30.
went 6 years without getting checked for her ID.
1 years old now. And after lying and conning a few more
Okay.
people for various
Okay.
reasons, she eventually
I
makes a
understand.
profile on a website looking for work as an au pair, which is like
Okay.
a nanny who lives with you. But this
Okay.
profile doesn't say that she's 31, it says that she's 18. So she's now
Why
pretending
is
to
she
be
chronically like age baiting? Did she just, bro? If this better be the launch to her acting career, and she better be in every high school movie, or else what's the point? Like,
18-year-old
point?
girl. I guess she got too old to play a 14-year-old. But
Yeah.
through that site, she meets a wealthy French couple who had recently moved to Brisbane. And so they are super impressed by her fake resume, and they end up hiring her as an au pair, and she has to relocate to Melbourne and essentially move in with
just
them to help
randoms,
them
bro.
take care
No
of
background checks, no nothing, bro. Randoms.
their 2 young
Just
kids.
lying.
And this goes
31,
fine.
the
for
whole
about a
ass 31-year-old woman in here acting like she's 18, taking care of the kids, bro. That's crazy.
month, but then she does something really weird. One
that?
day, she asks the couple if she can take the kids out for a picnic at a nearby park. And
Why?
the parents are like, sure. But instead of taking the kids to the park, she actually drives them 2
nah.
hours away
Oh,
to a
nah.
completely different
Oh,
city.
nah, that's
And
crazy.
there
Don't
she
leave them
goes
with
to
the
a
kids,
local
bro.
mental health facility dressed in a school uniform. And she tells them that she is 14 years old and pregnant and that she had been SA'd by her uncle. And I don't know why she had to bring the French couple's kids with her to pull this con, but whatever, she did. Regardless, she lies to these people. However, immediately, one of the staff recognizes her, because by this point, she's a well-known con woman, and she had been all over the news. And so Samantha's like, oh shit, they're on to me, and she leaves. Well then, the staff calls police, and
Hey,
police
hey,
show up,
policia,
and they catch her
policia.
walking down the street, and bam, they arrest her. And she tries to lie to them about who she is, but once they get her fingerprints, they know that she is actually Samantha, the well-known con woman. And so Samantha pleads guilty to theft and child stealing, and she gets
Why are we
sentenced to
taking the
2
kids?
years in prison.
Yeah, this
And in
Justin has got to start increasing now, because now that's kidnapping, bro. That's literal kidnapping. How you gonna be in somebody's house being like, oh, I'm taking care of the kids and all that, right? Oh, I want to take the kids out for a picnic and all that, right? And then the whole time she's driving across like state, country lines, whatever, right? Going to completely different places to try another. Heck no, bro. Get her some jail time, please, please. And you know what? Uh, Ask the people from the mental health clinic to come over and treat her while she's there. Cause this is getting out of hand. At first it was jokes, but now you're bringing people's kids into it.
2021, she gets out again.
That's
but later
unsafe,
that
bro.
same year, she's pretending to be a 14-year-old French girl, and bam, she gets arrested another time.
Again.
Then
bro.
in 2023,
Why is she
she's
so
around.
obsessed with being a 14-year-old girl, bro? What is this? Somebody got it. Nobody like no psychiatrists, no mental health professionals are tapping in with this. Like, what's going on? Why is she still doing this? Why are they like just allowing all of this stuff? What's going on with the facilities, man? They're not doing their job or something?
36
They
years old
usually don't. 36. Acting 14 is insane.
now, she goes out scamming again. This time, she goes to two specialist family violence charities, and she pretends to be a pregnant Belgian 17-year-old who is a victim
17.
of trafficking. And after scamming them out of food and shelter and medical services, they finally realize who
She's
she
just
is,
homeless.
and so bam, she gets arrested again.
She just wants to like have free. She's just a homeless woman who wants free housing, and that's it. Crazy.
And I couldn't find a mugshot, but here's a picture of her in real life. And ultimately, she pleads guilty, and she gets
Was that when
sentenced
she was
for in
36?
real life. And ultimately,
Yeah, I
she
was
find a
gonna say, 'cause she
mugshot,
looked
but
that. We
here's
saw
a
that
picture of
picture.
her
I was like, she
in
looks
real
tired,
life.
bro. That's an
and
old woman.
ultimately,
That ain't
she
no
pleads
14-year-old.
guilty, and she gets sentenced to 2 years in
Another
prison.
2 years.
And by the way, this is only like a fraction of the times that she has conned people. I couldn't even name them all. Like she's had over 100 criminal charges against her over the years for her various lies and cons. This woman is
Jesus, out
busy.
here. That's so crazy, bro. That's so crazy, man. What in the world? I don't know. We might watch that documentary. Oh, was this not on? No. Was it not on the whole time? No way. Oh, I gotta go back and edit this. No. No. But we're gonna watch another one actually. Actually, hold on. Let's cut this. And then just in case, we'll have another one started. How about that? But yeah, that's gonna be the video. Go ahead and like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.